Okay, I shot it. I think it's coming now. Ouch. Yeah, it's definitely coming. It hit me. Alright, when I tell you to, make sure you shut the door. It ran off. Okay, well, I'm going to keep shooting it. Hopefully it comes back over here soon. What is it attacking? A dodo? Okay, I got another shot on it. Come get me. What is it doing? Okay, I think it might be coming now. Oh, that's scary. Okay, no, it stopped. Nope. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, it's almost in. Go ahead and shut the door. Shut it. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, it's in. Okay, we got it. Now I gotta get out of here. It's attacking me. Man, I gotta get through the corner here. Okay, we're all good. Come on out. Okay, everybody, we're back, and as you can see, this is a cut-up of me building our greenhouse. The plan today is to go and tame some Yi-lings. We had built the greenhouse actually in between this episode and the last, so I'm just adding it onto the front here so you can see we did it. We just built a 2x2 greenhouse, and then we're going to be planting the plant species Z in here to get the fruits, so that we can flashbang the Yi-ling. After the Yi-ling, we're actually going to be taming Spinos. So it's an exciting episode. I'm excited to have you guys with us. Let's get to it. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I have some terrible news. Our original voiceover, or our commentary during the gameplay, is totally ruined. So today we're going to try something new. We're going to try and kind of narrate / provide commentary as we watch it for you guys on what we're doing. And I have with me here...
Sunflower!
Yep. So right here we're starting with... Sorry, excuse that. We're starting with our plant species Z that have fully grown up. We need these in order to tame the Yi-lings. So we've got to grab that. And then we need a few other things to get ready because we're going to go tame Yi-lings today. We're going to need biotoxin. And you'll see that I have a count here. This is because in the original audio I said biotoxin about 15. No, it was 7 times.
But it was anyway, a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. So I'm collecting and looking for any biotoxin and explaining to Sunflower how we get that biotoxin as well. So we've got our biotoxin and we're about ready to head out and trap the Yi-lings. And here I stumble across a whole bunch of them. They're everywhere.
Is this me or you?
This is me, but you can talk.
You're really good with the spyglass. I take forever trying to figure out where the animal is.
It's hard with the Yi-lings. It's super difficult.
Yeah, especially the Yi-lings. Now, is this the episode where, later we find out that the glitch was happening?
Oh, yeah. And so here I'm telling you to go get a drop. This is the first drop Sunflower ever picks up in ARK.
Oh, yeah. This was my first one.
Yeah, so I'm explaining to her how she's supposed to gather stuff. And I'm like, there's a transfer all button. But she still decides to transfer one at a time.
Oh, I was curious what they were.
And then right here, we're just, I was just checking to see if we had everything built for, or needed to build anything else for the trap, if we needed stone or anything. Looked like we actually have everything we need, so I start putting it all together so we can go actually build the Yi-ling trap, which is more like a shark cage, which comes up later. In the original audio, it comes up. I'm trying to be fun about this. Sorry, there's just, it's more, I don't know, there's more space to fill when you don't have the original audio, so.
What are you doing there?
I'm killing sheep so that we have mutton to feed the Yi-ling that we knock out.
There's a flower.
Yep. And now I'm
That's
going to get on Terra because I think we ride Terra down there, or you do. And this point I was talking
It's a trap!
It's a trap. And I start telling her how to build it, and she just chases a squirrel, or I mean a trilobite,
Squirrel!
all the way out into Timbuktu. I even say squirrel, and she's like, well, it was in the way. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
So I end up building the trap alone because she's still out in the river killing a trilobite.
Hey, I'm
Which she didn't even
practicing my... Oh, I don't?
No. It was just a giant waste of time.
Oh, well, I'll just let you use your
So
time.
I'm still explaining to you here how to build the trap. Not that it matters, because I doubt you were listening.
Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm on the platform.
I'm not really sure why I cut this part out. You must be saying something here while I'm building the trap.
Cool. Was I singing?
No.
We could come up with an ARK song. That'd be so fun.
Oh, this might be the part where you're talking about the. It's a. I'm trying to explain that it's a trap that keeps the Yi-ling out, not in.
Oh, yeah.
And then you say, yeah, there it is. And then you're talking about making sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is okay. It's been a while, so I'm like,
So I'm grabbing.
I don't have any memory of this.
For the they basically act like flashbang grenades. So I'm grabbing those, and I think I'm grabbing the biotoxin. Yep, grab the biotoxin, and I'm just trying to get ready to do the Yi-ling tame.
They're like fireworks that just flash.
Mm-hmm.
Like
a flashbang grenade.
Yeah, but I've never thrown those before.
Well, neither have
so I'm
I,
trying to relate to it.
Do. How many people, comment below, have ever thrown a flashbang grenade? So here I'm explaining how it works. So I put up these equations because Sunflower is definitely getting overwhelmed.
I remembered
at this
you
point.
saying it was like a lot of things to remember.
And she's like, oh boy, I'm going to have to practice. So I was going through the whole process, which I'll say. You got to get its attention. You got to get 30 feathers in you. When you get 30 feathers, it tries to burst the feathers. When it tries to burst it, it dives. You throw the flashbang at it to stun it, and then you force feed it biotoxin, and that's how you knock it out. There we go.
Still a lot to remember.
So I'm just getting everything ready to do that, and then I'm going to go get there's one up on the wall. You can see it right now across the river. That I'm going to go shoot to try and get it to come after us. This one really was beautiful, too. I'm not going to say anything else, but...
the biotoxin just looks so poisonous. It's toxin in the name.
Yeah. It's, so I take a couple of shots here. I missed the first one. I get closer, aim higher.
Lower.
Hit the second one, and here it comes. So now it's time to trap this Yi-ling. So you can see in the bottom right corner, for those of you that don't know how to do this, that there's a count in the red. It's kind of a red box. It almost looks like tic-tac-toe circles around it. In the middle of that, there's a number that's a count of how many feathers. Now, once you get 30 feathers, it will do a dive, and if it hits you with that dive, it does tons of damage. So here I was trying to stun it, but it didn't do the dive. It just landed. You can only stun it during the dive. So I'm waiting. I'm trying to find it. That's a dive right there. So I do hit it, and it is stunned. And you can see here
that was quick.
It will force feed. There you go. You see how it just ate something? That's the biotoxin. And so it's back up, and it's trying to come get me again. It's throwing its feathers.
I thought it had to go dark, and then you could feed it.
The dark only happens when the flashbang works on you. Like you're close enough to it, which is
really?
most of the time.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so there it is. It does it again, but it manages to burst me before I throw it. Did you see I got knocked back and all the feathers disappeared?
Yeah, and then it got dark.
Because I threw the flashbang, that's why it got dark. But the problem was it burst me before I threw the flashbang, so it was no longer vulnerable. So now I flashbang it again. This time I get it, and it's unconscious. So now we just need to feed it the mutton to tame it.
Oh, okay. Wait, you have yellow, purple feathers, and I have different color feathers.
They can shoot different feathers that do different things.
From the same one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? didn't know that. I thought they were like 2 different color Yi-lings.
No. They can have like 5 different feathers, I think, or something like that.
No
so
way.
you can see I grabbed the mutton to feed it.
Seriously? What's all the colors?
There's like a poison one, a fire one that knocks out stuff like trank darts do.
Cool.
I can't remember them all, but yeah, they have different effects. See, look,
Dude,
it looks like a pearl.
that's
it's so
awesome.
iridescent.
Yeah, that is. You should name it Pearl.
Well, it's a boy.
Name it.
Baby's crying. Do you want to try and feed him while we do this?
Maybe we name. What did we name it? Lux?
Yeah. So you spend a whole bunch of time trying to name it Bambi or something, and I'm like, it's a boy. And so
That's so colorful. Should have called it Skittles.
So yeah.
So post in the
comments.
Wait, I have a comment. Post in the comments if you have a good name for this. Wait, what was it?
She's leaving now. She can't remember what she was talking about, so she decided to leave.
Well, I was gonna ask you a question and then I forgot, so I'm like, wait, I'm confused.
The joys of getting older, huh? Okay, so we got this one, and we're like, okay, let's go tame another. We got this down, and then I had found. You can go grab the baby and then come back.
Okay.
I had found a place with a ton of Yi-lings, not the place I showed you before. And so we do decide to go to the place we found first. And you can see there's a Yi-ling right there. So we're going to try and get this. Sunflower starts getting the feathers in her and gets the feathers burst, as you just saw, before I'm even done with the trap. And I'm like, you're supposed to wait till you're in the trap. But yeah, so I build the trap. We start working on getting the feathers in us, and there's a lot of chaos because the bird was already attacking us while I was working on this. And so you can see we get the trap done, and I'm just saying, oh, do you want to try to do all of it or part of it? I think she basically opts to just get the feathers. Oh, excuse me, I'll repeat that. Sunflower basically opts to just try and get the feathers in her while I do the rest of the flashbang and the biotoxin stuff. But I'm getting hit with, or no, I'm not getting it. It's an earthquake. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you. As I'm editing, this came up in this video specifically. Like every time we start a new scene that we need to have, you need to be able to hear me. There's an earthquake. Like, it's honestly ridiculous.
So when I hear earthquake, I think of Freaky Friday, and the little boy is like, earthquake, and then it like gets the grandfather to be like, earthquake. You know what I'm talking about in that scene?
Yeah. Just sit on the couch and move your mic over. Okay. Well, what happened here is they literally disappeared. We got the trap set up. We're ready to go. They've been attacking us the whole time we're setting up the trap. As soon as it's ready to go and we're set, they literally just disappear. And I search all over for them. And I never do find them. They're just gone. I don't know if this is like because we built something that they despawn. I don't know. It was a huge issue. So we decided, I go hunting in a nearby forest, and I find a forest that we call the Forest of Yi-ling, and they're everywhere. So we decide that we're going to go and do that. But you can see we found a nasty little surprise on the way there in the form of a basilisk. I hate these things. I mean, I want to tame one real bad. What level was it? I think it's level 40. We kill it. We both stomp on it with our Paraceratheriums over and over. Though it does take you, as you can see here, we're at like 5, 6. You miss with the first 3, 4. You finally get it on the 5th stomp. And I'm bleeding and dying, and you're like, oh, I'll get it. I'll help you. But then you do take a lot of the shots here. And I think I'm missing actually right now. So I have to, you push me out of the way, so I have to come back around.
Sorry.
To attack it. And here you come to push me out of the way again.
Yeah, out of my way. I'm taking over.
See, she is doing it. She's boxing me out. Anyway, we finally kill the basilisk, and we're in Yi-ling Forest, and we're about to set up the trap again, but I want to go harvest it. And I can't tell her to stop stomping on it because you can't harvest anything with a herbivore.
Paraceratherium?
Yeah.
It's a mouthful for me.
Yeah. So we're just looking for a high-level Yi-ling at this point, and we find one, and we decide to build the trap here. Man, our luck with the Yi-lings was just terrible. In fact, as you'll see in a later episode, I really believe it's just it's not my luck. It's Sunflower's. Because whenever I do this on my own, it's like the easiest thing. I have no problem. I tamed 3 Yi-lings in a future episode you guys will see. And not an issue. One of them was high level. I try and teach her to do the exact same thing, and everything's glitching all over the place. We can't get we spend like 8 minutes trying to get one to attack us, and it never does.
Well, and then we get some to attack us, but we didn't know about the glitch thing going on that
Well, we're gonna talk about that, so don't bring that up yet because that's coming up. So she does go out, and she's supposed to get the feathers this time, which she doesn't get enough, so she has to go back out and get more. And these Yi-lings are like, they don't hyper focus on you. They'll throw a few feathers your direction, and if anything else walks up that they want to kill, they'll just start throwing feathers at that instead.
They're just like me. Squirrel!
Yeah, seriously. It makes them extremely difficult to tame sometimes. So she's looking for it, trying to get it to throw its feathers, and then I step out, and of course it comes right after me. So she's getting her feathers fulled up. I don't know if she has 30 at this point or not. I'm getting ready. It looks like she might, because I'm trying to flashbang. And I do feed it. And you can see it's a level 60. It's not a great level. But it's the best we could find at the time, and we're like, let's just get one. And then it flies off. It literally just flies forever. I'm like chasing it down. It's clear out in the middle of nowhere.
I do remember this now.
We were almost there. I think we had fed it 2 or 3 times before it did this.
Yeah, and then it just
takes off. And I'm like, great. And then we come back and we find another one, and we're trying to tame that one. And what eventually happens is, you'll see, is that we get teamed up on. There's like 2 of them attacking us all of a sudden. So it just becomes a big disaster real fast. We're still trying to get feathers in us. This is Sunflower right now.
Oh, me lost in the bushes?
Yeah, trying to get it to attack you, but it just won't. And then it comes back to me. I'm trying to get feathers, but I'm pretty damaged, as you can tell. I'm pretty hurt.
I'm not a very good bait person.
And I'm looking for it. I cannot find it anywhere. And I see one over there. I'm like, okay, we'll go over there. So I head over to try and get it. And I get run over by a Paraceratherium, a wild one, and it kills it destroys my helmet.
Oh.
Just because it walked over me. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's a giant. That's why.
Yeah, I was so ticked, though, because it had tons of space to run. It decides to run right over me. Anyway, so I'm looking for it. I finally find it. I'm headed back, and I get attacked by a freaking Ravager and killed.
Oh, really?
So I go back to base. At this point, I'm already ready to give up. And you're like, no, let's stay. Let's try and figure it out. So there's the Ravager.
Keep going.
And then this bird's out there just attacking my body. Never stops. It just keeps going. And
yeah. Yeah, this was a rough go at it.
Oh, this was so frustrating. And so I'm trying to come back, and I think I said it's low level. Oh, this one is level 1. We're talking about it's level 1, which we know now level 1 doesn't exist in the game. This is probably the one we're trying to tame, but we thought we lost it because there's a glitch where it will say level 1 when it's really not.
Like 100 and
so I tell it, it's level 1, just go poke it fast and don't stop poking it till it dies. And then this is what Sunflower does. 1 poke and runs back in the cage.
I was scared.
I'm like, why did you even bother going out there? The point was to kill it, not to just poke it. And so I get back with armor. I had leveled up enough to make some of the to unlock some of the flak armor. So I do bring a flak helmet and a flak chest piece for both of us to help us last a little longer. So we're going to try again because Sunflower convinced me to try again. I was so sick of it at this point already.
Yeah, you were. I think when I just poked it and ran off, I think I was trying to just get it to chase me and not kill it.
And then, so I'm getting the feathers. I get the feathers successfully. And I'm just trying to give you a view of that from Sunflower's view. And she's off looking at the second one. As you can see, there's that level 1 again. Now we both have feathers.
Which is really
in
not
us.
level 1.
Yeah, it's really not. And now they're feathering our bear instead of us. So we're really frustrated about that.
And we're confused because it's level 1. So
and there's 2 of them out there, and they're attacking our bear. They're attacking everything but us.
And we didn't know about the glitch, so we were like, why is it so hard to do anything?
And then
it?
I get killed again because it bursts me when I'm full of feathers. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so done with this. I still get convinced to come back. So now I'm bringing Lux over because I already brought the bear, and there's nothing left to take over there.
Oh, yeah, this is Lux.
And so I'm like, fine, I guess I'll take Lux. I don't want it to die, but we gotta, I gotta get back over to you guys. So, because you wanted to stay. So here's you. You just got burst while you were on the bear, and you're getting more feathers on you. The bear's getting really hurt, by the way, now at this point. So I'm afraid we're gonna lose the bear. And I tell you not to attack the stego, and you do. You attack it right here, so it starts attacking you, and then you try and run away. I'm like, you can't run away now. It's going to kill you. Well, that's happening. I get stabbed by a scorpion and spend the next 5 minutes knocked out in the cage.
Just your luck.
I know. And then the Lux dies right here. So Lux is trying to help defend us, and Lux dies. And so that's too bad.
He had a good purpose. I was sad.
Yeah, it was terrible. And at this point, the bear just got burst again. It's getting damaged, and I tell her to come kill the dumb scorpion that knocked me out. So she does.
Hey, at least you made it to the trap before you passed out.
Yeah. That's true, because I would have been dead right there if I hadn't. I think at this point, I'm already way fed up. We've lost Lux. The bear is damaged. We haven't managed to tame or knock out one of these stupid birds over here. I hit a freaking mushroom patch. Well,
Did you die here?
Just barely getting knocked out by the scorpion. I go back out to start helping and hit a mushroom patch, like right away. And so I'm just like super frustrated. And then we come back to you. And you have feathers, and you get burst and die right there.
Oh,
so
that's
at this
when I died?
point, at this point, I'm like, I'm done. I'm taking everything home. So I first run away to get them to de-aggro on the bear. Then I decide I'm going back for the Paraceratheriums in the trap. So we end your stuff.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
And so I get, I pick up everything, and I'm just like, these things are following me home. We're done. We're going home. We're not taming a Yi-ling in this stupid forest.
What was I doing when I died?
I told you to stay at base, because I was like, don't even bother coming out here. I'm coming back. Just stay at base, because you just died.
Oh, right? Okay. That was
Look how bloody the bear is. It's ridiculous.
Oh, poor bear.
It's like on a string of health, honestly. So I'm just like, I want to hightail it out here, but of course I've got Paraceratheriums following me, which is...
Oh, man.
They're so slow. So it's
well,
like...
not only that they're stepping on things, so it's going to cause things to attack.
Right. So I'm just trying to get back to base, and I'm almost there at this point. We're safe here. The bear's going to be okay. And then I think, but then as soon as I get there, we're being attacked in our base by a Yi-ling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because we've never had a Yi-ling attack us there to this point.
That's true.
So you find it. It's literally hanging on the side of our house.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just staring at it while it shoots you in the face. I'm like, what are you doing?
I was getting 30 feathers.
And I'm like, oh, this has to die because it's going to be attacking our stuff in our base. So we spend the next little while chasing it down, trying to kill it, because I don't want our bear to die specifically.
It's funny.
And it's low level, so we just decide to kill it. And it starts attacking our stuff.
Did you say level 1 again?
No, it was 10.
Oh.
So I start attacking it while it's on the ground with the hatchet. It flies up, and so it just makes this huge chase. I bring Sunflower in on it. I'm like, we got to find this. It's attacking our bear that's almost dead. Like, if it bursts this bear, it'll probably kill it.
Aww.
So I'm just super frustrated because there's never been a Yi-ling in our base before.
Well, a wild
And you're
one.
getting shot. You're right there trying to get ready. I'm just trying to keep the bear away from it so it doesn't burst it. And it's back on the ground, so I'm like, hurry, let's go attack it. And it's almost dead, but it gets away. And so now it does another burst attack, and it comes back down, telling you to rush. And then we do end up killing it. Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of a miss. I think some of the video got cut there. That's okay. We end up killing it, and I'm like, okay, we got to get like a weak Yi-ling. We just have to do something. So we go back to where up our hill close to our trap, and we do find one. Remember, they had disappeared earlier, and there is one back here, and it's not very strong, but I'm like level 25. I'm just like, you know what? We just have to. This whole point of this,
do something.
Yeah, we gotta end with a Yi-ling, you know.
Yeah, we were like, this is gonna be the Yi-ling
and then you
episode.
get distracted by this parasaur. You're like, it's a red ducky with a blue head, and I'm getting attacked by I'm like, well, hello, Yi-ling, let's go.
It was pretty.
Yeah, it's always pretty, and I'm always dying while things are pretty. It's like
it's pretty.
It makes me realize we've heard this before, like why men were hunters and women were caregivers in the past is because you get distracted when you're out hunting and you're gonna die, and that's what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm dying. Where are you? And you're like, pretty flowers. So anyway,
because it's shiny.
Yes, I actually put that in here.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's funny.
So I do manage to get a toxin into it on that one, and we're just trying to get it to come down again, so we can take another shot at it.
And we look like porcupines.
And there it goes. I do flashbang it, and then I put the toxin in and it's knocked out. So we do get this Yi-ling.
Knockout!
Yeah. I think I still had mutton on this Paraceratherium. Yeah, or I think there was some down the rock. We end up naming this one Chatter, and you'll see in later episodes, Chatter is still with us at the time of this.
Oh, good.
So he doesn't die, mainly because he's so weak that I'm like, we can't take him anywhere. He's just going to be in our house forever now. Because he's so weak.
That's true. We just wanted to
I mean, he literally, we're trying to get him to follow us back to base, and he almost dies just down the hill. Like, and that's not, and there's only herbivores here. He's as we're going down, he attacks stuff like a stego or something.
Oh man, they're too brave.
And I have to save
safety.
it. You can see how bloody it is by the time we get it to our base. So that was so I was like, Chatter stays home, but we did get one. As you can see, we have Chatter.
But we did lose one too.
Yeah, the better one, ironically.
Yeah, so we lost a better one to pursue a better one, and then ended up with less. Mm-hmm. It's funny how that goes in ARK.
So in an actual, another day, the next day, we decided it's time. You can see Chatter down there that we're gonna go tame a Spino.
To tame a Spino.
Yeah, this is after going through all these episodes and stuff, I think this is the point where ARK really turns around for us. Like we stop we just stop dying as much. We stop having as much catastrophic failure.
Like this day?
Yeah. Or the day before, because the last episode you guys watched was losing Sarah, where we just lose like almost all of our tames in that episode.
That's true.
And I tame a bunch and we lose all of that stuff too. So
that's true. Yeah, we were
and this is right after the move where we lost our entire pack except for Sarah.
That's
and then
true.
We lose Sarah. And so we had been really struggling. I've been breeding bears just to keep us having something to defend ourselves with.
Oh, I see.
And then I get distracted, as you can see here.
How did you get distracted?
Shiny. I put the clip in right down at the bottom.
Oh, well, because that actually was shiny.
Yeah, and I got an Ascendant double-barreled shotgun, so that was kind of interesting. But that's all I got out of that. And now we're back to farming.
Repeat.
So we went back to farming, And so we need 4 behemoth gates to do the trap I had planned, and 4 doorways for the behemoth gates, which is a whole lot of wood, thatch, and stone. And we don't have a chainsaw at this point. We don't have any good way to really gather wood. I literally am riding on a Paraceratherium with a hatchet and just knocking down every tree.
Oh, yeah.
So this was a long time of farming, and we're getting the stone off the Doedicarus, which is a good way to farm the Doedicarus, thank goodness. Or farm the stone.
Mm-hmm.
But we end up getting all the stone, and we find a really high level Spinosaurus. And I will tell you this, because you'll see it. I had already used this trap and tamed one, because Sunflower had to go feed the baby, and I was able to find a good one and get it tamed before she could get back. But I really wanted her to have the experience, so I kind of just cut that out of the video. You will see we're riding on 2 different ones later in the video, and that's wise, because I had already tamed one before this.
Oh, yeah.
By myself.
It's so too bad we lost the audio, but
we get the behemoth gates. Yeah, we're going to try and imitate the best we can here. We get the gate open, the Spino's right down the river, and I'm trying to explain to Sunflower her role in shutting the gate.
It's an important job.
It is an important job because it's
terrifying.
It's the only way to trap something, right?
But it's terrifying.
I don't know if it's as terrifying as what I'm doing, because I'm literally the bait that gets bitten by the Spinosaurus.
How did you not die?
Armor.
Armor?
That's why you wear armor. It helps protect you.
Yeah, that's still scary.
So here I'm telling her, go stand behind the gate, be pointing at the gate, and as soon as I tell you, hit that E button so the gate shuts.
Okay, E.
Yeah, and so now I'm trying to shoot. I am shooting it, trying to get it to come over to us. It's attacking stegos and stuff. I am hitting it, so I know it will come eventually after it's done feeding on everything on that side of the river. So I shoot it. And then it is coming this time. It's actually attacking me, as you can see here. And then it gets distracted. Squirrel, but for the Spino.
Wait, is this Bluey?
No, this is Mariposa.
Oh, Mariposa?
Yeah. And so we end up... It's just attacking some crazy stuff, as you saw in the beginning. I did save that audio, and I kept it in the beginning, but I'm not going to... I didn't save the rest, so I'm going to just voice over this part. So we get it in here. Well, we get it to come after me, we think, but now it's going after another dodo. And finally, here it comes, and I tell Sunflower it's time to shut the gate.
It likes dodos, eh?
So she does shut the gate. It gets in there. It's still biting me, but I'm able to get out of the trap on the sides here and explain to Sunflower, okay, now I left these openings on the corners for a reason. It's so we can shoot in.
And then my turn to do my thing.
And so, yeah.
There's me. Is that me?
No, this is me. I'm trying to explain to you how to use the corners, because up until this point,
I remember
up until this point, you were shooting a rock in front of you. And I'm like, you have to get away from that stuff.
That's true, because you're explaining like the hitbox thing.
Yeah.
Because I did not understand that, so I was just hitting the rock.
Yeah. And so here, I did get you to the other side, and now you are shooting it. And we're taking turns. You can see it's going back and forth.
I was terrified. Man, like sneaking in there and then sneaking out was so sketchy.
You can see how scared she is, because it can't even attack her there. And she's like trying to turn around and run as soon as it shows its head.
Take off!
And I'm teaching her, just run in, shoot it, back out. Run in, shoot it, back out. It literally takes me like showing her how to do this and encouraging her how to do this about this whole time that you're watching right now. And she finally does it once.
I'm so scared.
So here she goes. She's going to run in.
And go.
She gets a shot.
Yeah, I'm so brave.
And then she runs out. You can see right there. And I'm eating. It's running and it tips over. I was going to shoot it again, but it's knocked out. Yep. So we have our first Spino tame together knocked out.
Woo! We did it.
You did a great job, actually. So now
Thank you.
we're gonna go find a sheep to kill so that we can feed it mutton. And you're like, I have cooked meat. Can't we just feed it that? I'm like, that would destroy the taming effectiveness, and we'd be here for 4 hours.
Sure, yeah, I am sure learning still. Even now, I'd probably still do the wrong thing, like the accident of.
Okay,
some
so I
other
find
thing.
a sheep for you, and this is a funny part because we've already had the don't attack the stego part of this video. And so I was like, hey, do you want to come kill this sheep?
Okay.
And she's like, okay. And so I wait for her, and here she is. And I'm like, okay, go for it. And then the stego's getting closer, and I'm like, okay, don't attack the stego. Never mind.
Oh,
because she attacks it right there.
No. Look at it. It was, prancing along and then rawr.
No, you attacked it. Well, you were attacking the sheep, and then the stego walked into it.
Because the hitbox on it is big.
And so then we have to have a fight with stegos, but it's fine. These bears can handle that.
Yeah.
But I was like, really? We could have just let it walk away.
It scared me. Because seriously, it's like, what? Do. Fight.
And so at this point, I'm like, hey, do you remember how to get back to... Because we find a baby stego, and I'm like, maybe I'll try and take it home. Do you know how to get back to the trap? She didn't. So I show her the way back. And she's like, oh, the trap! Right here.
Yeah, it is there.
And then Ravagers start attacking us, and we pick up a baby Ravager from this. As you can see, she's the one that tells me the Ravagers are coming, and then she stands there while they're attacking me.
I'm scared.
And she
I'm
finally gets turned around when I kill the last one. She's like, I'm here to help!
Yep.
Yeah, and there's nothing left.
I take all the credit.
Yeah. So I get a baby Ravager here too, and then I have her go feed the stego.
This was like the trip
or the Spino.
Babies.
Yeah, there's more coming. I have her come to feed the Spino, and she left the mutton in her bear, so she has to walk back down to the bear to grab the mutton.
I'm a newbie.
And she spends the time leveling up. I'm working on the baby Ravager. Feeding it to try and keep it alive. It's not very strong, but I think this is that silver? Because I think we still have that Ravager, maybe. I can't remember. Silver.
No, I gave it to my brother.
Silver?
I think so.
Oh. Anyway, she finally does
end up in a future episode.
She finally does end up getting the mutton and taking it up to the Spino. And the Spino's been here quite a while. It took a while to find the sheep. So when we put the food in, it starts taming up really fast. As you can see here, it's already 2/3 basically of the way tame. So we're just going to cut now to it being done and to Sunflower naming it. Something's attacking my baby Ravager I just got. It's a bunch of piranhas. So I was like, no, you can't have it.
No, you have to live, baby, live. I wish you could, pick them up.
I do, too. So the Spino's up now, and we leave it to Sunflower to name.
What do I name it? Oh, the Spino.
Yeah.
Mariposa. Right?
Mariposa, yeah. And so she gets that named. And then we send her back down the river at this point with this Spino and the baby Ravager.
Yeah.
Take everything home and I take a bear up the river. I'm still looking for a better male Spino is what I'm doing. But yeah, so you can see we name it Mariposa, and then we split ways. She heads back to base, and I pick up the trap and empty out the bear, and my plan is to go forward looking for a Spino.
Comment if you know what Mariposa means.
I'm sure they do.
Some people don't. So
most people have seen Encanto, and that's even if they don't know Spanish, that's probably where they're gonna know it from.
Am I saying it right or wrong?
It's fine.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, put that in the comments. So I killed this Carcanos, and it had a baby. So I was like, ooh, a baby Carcanos is good. We want that.
Babies.
So we claim the baby Carcanos, and then I'm just trying to protect it, but I still want to find a good Spino. I wasn't really out here.
We had 2 babies with us, and then we're claiming a 3rd?
Yeah, the Stego and the Ravager were with you now, and now I just claimed a 3rd. Oh, it gets bigger than that, trust me. So I'm killing this Stego because it's low level enough, and I don't want it to go away. The baby Carcanos then starts getting attacked by a piranha, so I'm coming back to try and save it. And then here comes the
Save the baby.
stego, and the baby Carcanos dies right there.
Oh.
That I just barely got. So I'm like, well, I guess I don't have to keep care of that. I'm gonna head up the river and keep looking for, those Spinos. And up the river, what do I find? One of our dire bears that was left from the move.
No way!
It was the baby one that we had. It was a baby when we left, and it grew up on the trip down, and it got left behind right up the river. So I find it, and I have it start following me.
Yay! I'm so glad. I remember that was fun that you found it again.
So this Carcanos also had a baby. So I was like, okay, well maybe we're gonna get a baby Carcanos home after all.
Sweet.
So I grabbed that, and we're back to, I still go up the river a bit more, trying to find a higher level Spino. I really want to get that. So I harvest the body, and we keep moving.
Babies. Yeah, we found all kinds of babies on this trip.
Oh, there's still more to come. Yeah, so we found the baby bear that was no longer a baby, but it was when we left it.
Oh, yeah, it was baby bear then.
And then we found the baby Ravager, baby Stego, 2 baby Carcanos at this point. And we have 2 Spinos, full Spinos. And I find another Carcanos that has a baby. So I was like, oh, well, let's try and get 2 Carcanoses.
Maybe it was like a glitch where everything had babies that day.
And it's fighting these 2 Spinos, and I really don't want that baby to die. You can see it's getting hit by the Spinos right here. So I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm just going to go in.
Stegos?
Yeah, Stegos, sorry. Yeah. So the mom dies, and I don't want that to die or get away. So I jump off the bear while they're fighting the Stegos, and I claim it. So now we have 2 Carcanos babies. We found our bear baby, and at this point I'm like, oh, I have 2 babies. I'm not going to keep trying to find a Spino. It's time to head home.
Yeah, because you don't want to lose them both.
No.
Especially Carcanoses.
And then, as you can see in the corner here, I just put that in that while I'm doing this, Sunflower's, of course, hitting all the mushrooms over at base camp. So.
What was I doing?
I don't even know. It looks like you're farming for stone right here.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hit another mushroom and pass out.
We had so many mushrooms at our base.
I know. It took forever to get it to where we didn't.
I lost track of how many times I died in the mushrooms at our base.
Died or passed out, yeah. So I'm walking back now, and there's a point where I see a Sarcosuchus, but it's pretty far away, and I'm like, oh, we can just avoid it. And then it kills one of the Carcanoses.
Oh.
And so I'm like, oh, you don't deserve to live. So I run back and I finish it off for its... And you can see here, I also picked up a baby Paraceratherium. I didn't show that. But
another baby?
Yeah, so I have another baby following me now. So we have...
Wow.
A baby Carcanos still following, a baby Paraceratherium, the baby Ravager, baby Stego, and the baby bear that grew up, and then 2 baby Carcanoses that died.
That's the way to go in this game. Just grab the babies.
Yeah, except for it's a pain in the butt to get them home.
However, what's worse? Taming an adult Carcanos or claiming a baby and then taking it home?
It's pretty 50-50.
50-50? No.
I mean, you think this looks easy, but this was literally like an hour and a half of me trying to get them home. I cut tons of stuff. They get stuck on everything. Everything attacks them. It was like back and forth the whole time. And now I'm trying to protect our Paraceratherium and our baby Carcanos because the Carcanos starts attacking us.
Do you lose any babies anymore? Or do they all die?
Oh, this is the waterfall of peace. That's what I like to call it.
Oh, yeah, the waterfall of
but
peace.
But it's not because this Gigantoraptor decides it wants to eat our babies. I'm like, what? Bro, leave it alone. So eventually I do get past the waterfall of peace, and you know what that means. That means the only thing beyond that waterfall that's predator would be raptor or ravagers, which usually end up dying because there's usually stegos, doedicruses, and things that can defend themselves. So, and here's the baby stego following me now.
I really do like our base. The whole river past that
Yeah.
is like safe zone.
Yep.
Safer zone.
Yeah, it's a great base location.
Why does it not spawn more stuff?
The technical reason would probably be because, and there's the baby Ravager now. I had left them down, the baby Stego and the baby Ravager down by the end of the river. I guess you didn't have them follow you, or I think they may have got stuck.
I think they got stuck.
So now I have the baby bear that grew up, a baby Carcanos, a baby Paraceratherium, a baby Ravager, and a baby Stego following me.
It's like the baby parades, you know? Like
and I do get them home. This is base right here. So we do get them home. And the way our base is and the way they have that AI pathing, it takes me like 20 minutes to get everything up the hill because they will not follow you up that hill. I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of rocks at the bottom. I've been wondering if we should put a ramp there.
I have started saving to put an elevator there, actually.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, so we're back at base. We got the Spino, and I really want to... the next goal is to just craft and of course I get mushroomed.
Mushroomed!
The goal is to craft the Spino saddles so that we can go and take them for a ride.
Oh, yeah. When I first got one and got to try it for the first time, like, that was cool. Like, sitting on that saddle.
Yeah, well, we're going to see that soon here. So we're just farming, getting ready to take the Spinos out for joyrides here.
The healing flower is sure nice.
Yeah, it is nice. Though we didn't really realize it healed, I don't think, at this point, because we never parked anything over by it until later.
Oh, yeah. Now it's hard to find it because we were always parking stuff on it.
Yeah, every time we come back from a mission and our things are half dead, I'm like, well, we'll just stick them on the flower.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see I'm still struggling to get these babies up that hill. It's such a pain. I'm like, oh my gosh. I did learn a way to do that better, actually.
Oh yeah.
You have them follow in a line, so they're not bunching up or getting stuck on each other as much. So you have like, let's say you're A, you have A follow you, and then B, or no, you're A, you have B follow you, and you have B or C follow B, and then you have D follow C. And so when you do it, they all walk in a straighter line that way, and they don't get stuck as easily.
Oh, that's clever.
So I learned that. I haven't tried it out yet because we haven't had a big following since I learned that, where things are following, like a lot of stuff's following us, you know.
We'll have to try it just to try it.
So I'm going out on the Spino. My goal here is to go... I'm still searching for a better male Spino because we got 2 females that were high level. So I'm headed out to go do that, and I have you come out on your Spino to do it too.
Yeah. That was fun. I loved it because I was like, yeah!
Well, you'll see...
King of the river!
You'll see what I edited for you.
You're Queen of the river!
You'll see what I edited for you for that, because when you first get on, you have a pretty good reaction, but unfortunately it's destroyed by the
audio.
The audio problems.
I remember like feeling like, woo!
So this is your first time on a Spino right here.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're walking around a little bit, and I'm not sure how you're feeling, because you don't really say much until really close, right around here, and then you're like, oh, this is fun. And then, as you can see, I'm going to post a little... and so you're like, you say that right after that clip.
Well, because I'm like, what? Are we by a river yet?
No. You haven't even started running yet. You're already excited, and you haven't... Now you're starting to run.
Yeah, yes, because I was so excited to be on this massive dinosaur.
Yeah.
Because all the other ones are smaller.
Yeah.
And the Spinos terrified me when I was little. Like, my character hasn't changed, but when you're on a littler animal, it's terrifying. So when I got on a big one, it was like, woohoo!
Yeah, and so what does she do? Well, I'm out killing Spinos, and she's supposed to be following me. I find another baby Carcanos. You can see it's following me right now in that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to bring that one home. It's actually easier to bring home on the Spino because I can the Spino kills stuff so fast, I can just clear the whole river all the way home.
I see.
And so I'm bringing this Carcanos home, and I'm trying to get to you, but you're not telling me you're almost dead here. I'm like, and by the time you tell me help, I'm too far away to be there. And you don't know how to drive these very well. But this is the part I didn't understand, because you get away from the pack, and instead of just running, you turn and fight them. And I'm like, why are you fighting them? Just run away.
Oh, really?
And then they kill you.
Oh, no. Well, I probably was just thinking, like, they surrounded me, so I needed to, like, get away so I could just kill them off.
And we lose this saddle, too. And that's the end of this episode, because I was kind of bitter about losing that we just tamed. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe. And please understand, the rest of our videos will not have these audio problems. We have fixed it. We know what we're doing now. So give us a shot. If this was too terrible to watch,
just go watch another one.
Just go watch a different one and come back. But yeah, please like, subscribe, click the bell icon, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Ciao!